Yo, welcome to the Women's Basketball Lounge podcast. Grab a drink, grab a cigar, grab whatever your festivities are, and let's go.
What's up, Mick? How are you?
I'm doing well.
Good.
Yeah,
good.
Been doing a lot of comedy, which is fun. Did some traveling for the 4th. I was in Chicago/Gary for the 4th, and I had an amazing time. What you been up to?
Oh, nice. I was out in Cali for the 4th. Was trying to go see a Valkyries game, but they were playing all the way. I was in the Bay Area, to be specific. It was pretty cool. Just California's vibe is, definitely a relaxing, unwind, beautiful, zenful time. Seeing all them beautiful mountains out there and stuff.
What was the weather like?
But yeah. The Bay is always cold.
Yeah.
It was freezing. But the sun was out, which was good, but it was just too cold for this Texan. It was too cold for this Texan. I can't do it. You from Gary, Indiana. Y'all know, like, you lived in Chicago. Like, you can handle the cold. No.
Yeah.
No.
I mean, even in the summer though, because San Francisco is like normally beautiful in the summer. Was it like it was chilly?
It was when everybody had on hoodies.
Oh, okay.
Like,
Okay.
Everybody had on hoodies and jackets.
It was giving Seattle.
Nobody. Yeah, nobody on flip flops and nope. But yeah,
that's cool.
So,
well, let's get into it. I feel like this episode is stacked. Basically, we talking about trades that shook the league, relationships. You know what I mean? We got a lot happening. We got All-Star weekend, to talk about. We got Angel Reese stuff to talk about. We got a lot to talk about. It's kind of stacked. So let's get into it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Let's get into it. Let's talk about trades first.
Okay. Let's go with it.
We breaking up some couples and reuniting some other ones.
Man.
So,
go ahead.
So for context, for those who may not know, there have been lots of trades, but some of the most notable ones have been NaLyssa Smith, who was traded from the Dallas Wings over to the Las Vegas Aces. And then we also have DeWanna Bonner, who had a pretty loud trade, which was very different for DeWanna Bonner, over from Indiana, where she just got this year, back to Phoenix, the Phoenix Mercury. So, yeah, let's dig into it. First, let's talk about the broken hearts.
NaLyssa and DeWanna.
Yeah. So if you don't know, NaLyssa Smith and DeWanna are together. They're in a relationship, and they were both in Dallas.
Yeah. And I'm in Dallas, and I see, I actually was able to be courtside one game, and I just was able to see their dynamic and how they leaned on each other when they both were on the bench, saying, you know what I mean? Talking to each other, whispering in the ear, the extra, when each of them score, you know what I mean? Like, it was good chemistry built together. Like, you can see that they motivated each other.
Yeah.
But at the same time, the Wings, in contrary to that, saw the opposite, in a sense of Paige Beckers and Enrique tweeting out NaLyssa, DeWanna go to bed and sending pictures and videos on Snapchat of them in the pool, in the hotel pool at midnight, past midnight. So I'm gonna say that I don't think the Wings, I'm not gonna say they didn't like it, because Kurt Miller is, the GM, and he's gay. first gay male coach in the WNBA, in any basketball league. Shout out to him. I think he's very pro relationship, but I don't think the relationship benefited the Wings when it came to on the court, because if the coach made a call, like for example, DeJanae wanted to replay her call, her controversial call, and the coach didn't. Not only do you have to hear from DeJanae, now DeJanae don't like you, beefing with you. Now you got NaLyssa Smith beefing with you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That relationship dynamic where they both, either with you or against you, and I don't think they like that aspect.
Yeah.
The Wings. So I think that the trade, I think it was a great trade, because the Dallas Wings got the number one pick for Ace's number one pick for the 2026 draft. 2027 draft.
Yeah.
You know who's in the 2027 draft?
Who is that?
Juju Watkins, Malaysia Fulwiley, the girl from Notre Dame, Olivia Miles, all them, like Hannah Hidalgo, so it's just like the 2027 draft gonna be even better. Michaela Williams from LSU, like it's gonna be ridiculous 2027 draft. So I think they are setting up, and AZ Fudd, Paige's girlfriend from UConn, is in the 2027 draft. What you think? Who you think they're going after? AZ Fudd. Like out of all them girls, they probably will pick AZ Fudd over Juju. But needless to say, going back to NaLyssa Smith and DeJanae, like I think that they used that opportunity to set up for a great success. In which I love it for the Wings. I think it's great. It broke DeJanae and NaLyssa's heart. I know DeJanae tweeted out, it broke her heart, as well as NaLyssa. She just wrote a broken heart on her Twitter. But I love it for the Wings, because I don't believe she was a good fit anyway.
Yeah, I felt like the Wings weren't utilizing her to her full potential. I thought that Indiana did a great job of utilizing NaLyssa Smith. To your point, though, I do think that this was partly a divide and conquer move, where it's like, I could see the tension between DeJanae Carrington and the coach. Like, that's palpable. We can all see it. It's at this point, we know it's there. And I feel like this was kind of a, if I divide them, then maybe I can break through to her. That's what it felt like to me. It's a strategy I've seen used in corporate America quite a bit. Like, these two people are super tight, and I'm having a problem, and now I got a problem with one, so I got a problem with both of them. Let me see if I could split them up, and then divide and conquer, basically. I'm glad that they did it this way and just traded her instead of trying to break their relationship up in some weird way. But I don't think that would have been to their benefit either. But in terms of like what the Aces gave up to get her, I do think that's very interesting. I think NaLyssa is a great pickup for the Aces. Giving up the 2027 first draft pick, interesting choice for sure. But I do want to call this out. Like, Juju Watkins did get hurt this year, so there's no guarantee she's going to be in that 2027 draft. Like,
correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
So it could have been, something like that. But I mean, I think right now where the Aces are as a franchise, it's like, we got to do something about the right now. You know what I mean?
Right.
And NaLyssa, Asia Wilson needs help. Asia Wilson needs help. So I think we needed NaLyssa. And yeah, but that's tough. Now NaLyssa's going to be in Vegas, and DeJanae Carrington's going to be in Dallas. So now we got this long distance relationship thing back when they just got together, because previously NaLyssa was in Indiana, DeJanae was in Connecticut. I'm saying that for the benefit of people who might not know. And so they just landed on the same team. And wow, did that end quickly.
quickly. And I will say, DeJanae, when she did tweet out, I think that The obvious is like, oh my gosh, this is a great opportunity for you to go play with one of the best players, one of the best post players in our league, A'ja Wilson. Like, go get that. You know what I'm saying? Like, go get that bag. Like, the Aces, they get certain bonuses for being the Las Vegas Aces, in the city, you know what I'm saying? Like, just being around A'ja, you boost your, when somebody's like, oh, that player that's playing with A'ja Wilson, who's that? You boost your own
visibility.
Media visibility, and everything, just being with the Aces. So, DeJanae understand that this is a great opportunity. You're in like bigger cities, bigger markets, right? When you're playing for the New York Knicks, it's like, it's up from there. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? When you're playing for the LA Lakers, it's up from there. But if you're playing for, the Utah Jazz, nobody knows one player from the Utah Jazz. Yeah. So, and I feel like the Utah Jazz is the Dallas Wings. Like, let's just be honest, and the Aces is the New York Knicks, the LA Lakers, So, I just want to say, like, she understands that this move is a great move, and she's like giving her like, hey, if it was going to be a trade, let it be to one of the baddest teams, marketing teams out there for your benefit, playing with one of the baddest, players. So I think that it's great that she acknowledged that.
Yeah, for sure. Let's talk about DeWanna Bonner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So DeWanna Bonner was previously, I set this up already, but DeWanna Bonner is now going to be with the Phoenix Mercury. And it was kind of a loud trade, different for what we've seen in DeWanna Bonner's, like the way she moves. She's normally pretty quiet. Like, I can't recall ever hearing controversy around DeWanna Bonner. And DeWanna Bonner has been in the league since 2009. So this is like a pretty big deal. So what ended up happening was she wanted to leave Indiana. And from what I'm hearing in the background, they were having conversations, trying to make something happen. But what ended up happening was, she said she didn't want to be there anymore. And she went into she basically put herself out there for a trade, but with a no call, essentially. Like, she basically was like, I want to go to Phoenix, essentially. And so we watched that play out. It was a lot of controversy. She even got online at some point and was like, in so many words, like, just wait and see. Make sure I think what she said was make sure the apologies are as loud as the critiques.
Yep.
So what this does, though, is reunite her with her longtime girlfriend / partner, Alyssa Thomas, where they previously had been in Connecticut together and got broken up this past season when Alyssa went to Phoenix and DeWanna Bonner ended up in Indiana. So that said, here's what I want to say. On this show, I said Indiana was not using DeWanna Bonner the right way, and I didn't understand what was happening there. Like, we both talked about that. So do we like the trade?
Love the trade. Absolutely love the trade. Indiana Fever can build around Caitlin Clark. You shouldn't have never picked up DeWanna Bonner if you didn't want to share the spotlight. It cannot be the Caitlin Clark show when you got the third leading scorer in WNBA history, still playing basketball and still looks like she's in her prime. You can't go after a player like that and not want to share the spotlight with your star player.
Yeah.
Period. You shouldn't have went after it, first of all, and uprooted her whole entire family. But now she's back with her girl for her feet. When you stop saying it's fiance. She's back with her fiance together. Their family is back whole again, right? They're both happier. playing better, and Phoenix loves it. The city of Phoenix loves it. Indiana never liked the girl, you know, didn't accept her, you know, didn't bond with her. So we love it. We love it.
And it is a homecoming because DeWanna Bonner played for Phoenix when she first got in the league for 10 years.
Correct.
From 2009 to 2019 when she went over to Connecticut. I don't think there was a team between Phoenix and Connecticut. I think she went to Connecticut right then, but I could be wrong. But yeah, so it feels like the right fit. Like, I love it. I think I'm excited to see how it comes together. You know, today was rough. You know, actually, no, today looked good because they beat Indiana today. But I'm excited to see like how that comes together and how it translates to on the court.
Gotcha. Did DeWanna play?
Okay, so I didn't get to watch the entire game. I don't know how much DeWanna Bonner played or didn't play today, but Phoenix won against the Minnesota Lynx today. So something's going well.
Yeah, very much so. You know, like I said, it's still too early to tell, you know, if this DeWanna Bonner trade going to be good for Phoenix. But I think it's going to go well. Like, they're sitting in second place right now in the Western standings. And it's only up from here. You're adding DeWanna Bonner. Again, she's a bucket.
Yeah.
She's a bucket. And unlike NaLyssa, Smith, and DeJounte, Alyssa and DeWanna have shown they can play together and get you to the finals. Have they got a championship together yet? No. But they can play together and be a top tier, top 3 team in the league.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? They just haven't gotten it. So they've established professionalism. So I think for Phoenix, it can only go up from here.
Yeah. And the Mercury, because they've had DeWanna Bonner before, at least as a franchise, they should know how to use her. So this shouldn't be a large adjustment period. I think we'll see her come in and make an impact right away. And yes, to your point, Phoenix has just gotten better and better all year. So yeah, definitely only up from here.
You know, when you were talking about the NaLyssa Smith and Asia Wilson needing help. I wanted to address the topic that's going around. There was a meme that went around saying the Aces need to build around Asia like the Indiana Fever is building around Caitlin Clark. Like, for example, right? Like, if you don't work with Caitlin Clark, you out of here. You quit. The coach said you quit, DeWanna Bonner. Like, you not with our system. This is our star player. We are building around her. Like, you get in where you fit in. You know, they've made several moves because of Caitlin Clark, right? Like, Aaliyah Boston had to adjust her game because of Caitlin Clark. But the Aces, have y'all been really building around Asia? Like, what are y'all building? Like, what are y'all building? Like, yes, y'all were building around Asia, which is why y'all had Kelsey Plum and, you know, all this, which was success. But okay, y'all have given away pieces, but who have y'all recruited to actually help Asia? And I think where the help needs to come from is y'all need a true center. Yes, y'all are, you know, got plenty of, y'all have always had great athletic all-star guards around her. But this woman has to play both the 4 and the 5. And she's tired and y'all wearing her butt out, which is why she keep getting concussions and injuries and all this year. And it's fucking with her mental health. Like, speak on this, Mick. What are your thoughts? Like, is the Aces building like Indiana Fever around their star player? Are they doing a good job to that? And don't be biased.
No, I'm not going to be biased.
Call a spade a spade.
No, I'm not going to be biased. I think, like, are they building around Asia the way Indiana is building around Caitlin Clark? Probably not. Do they need to? I don't know that I'm convinced they do. Like, the Aces, their team, I know you said you felt like they were building around Asia previously. I don't know if I agree with that. Like, it's always been Chelsea, Kelsey, Jackie, Asia. It's always been that. And Asia kind of broke out as a star, but the dynamic of the Aces has always kind of been more ensemble based. So I don't know if they need to. I think we have to give things time to work. Asia mentioned this in an interview not too long ago. Like, people are used to seeing the Aces be this and that, and they're forgetting that teams go through rebuilds, teams go through, you know what I mean, figuring stuff out. And so I think, like, I don't know what they're building, but I know we have a lot of great pieces. And I think, like, figuring out how to make those pieces work together is the name of the game. I'm happy with the pieces we have. Like, I have not lost any confidence in the Las Vegas Aces. Am I frustrated? Yeah. Would I like to be winning a lot more than we are? Absolutely. But I haven't lost confidence in us as a franchise. Like, I think we have a lot of great pieces, and if we can figure out how to make them work, then we'll be in good shape. So, what are we building? I don't know yet. I don't think any of us know yet. I think we are building, we're building the plane while we fly it. And that's never pretty to watch. That is never pretty to watch. Like,
and that's okay to you?
I don't think anybody in that situation would ever say it's okay, but it's a part of growth. Like, sometimes you are building the plane while you fly it. You can't always have it figured out, or sometimes you think you have things figured out, and when you actually put it into practice, it doesn't work. So to a certain extent, like, yeah, that's absolutely okay with me, because once the plane is built and is flying, we'll be sailing. But yeah, it's never fun. Like, I mean, shit, even like I said, in corporate situations, like, I've been in situations where it's like we building the plane while we flying, and we trying to figure out what to do at the same time while we have to be doing it. That shit ain't never pretty to watch. It's never fun to watch. But when you in it, you're just moving forward. So,
right.
Yeah, I'm frustrated. Well, like I said, I want to be winning more, but I think people doing too much. Like, I think people are overly concerned about it. And it's like, sometimes you put these pieces together and they work, like the Phoenix Mercury. Sometimes you put these pieces together and they don't work, like the Las Vegas Aces and the Dallas Wings. Like, and to a certain extent, the Indiana Fever. Like, to a certain extent. Like, so I'm not discouraged.
I'll say this, and I'll leave it alone. If I'm putting on my GM hat, right? If you're putting on your GM hat, the Aces this past year didn't even have a first round pick, like not a one. I think like they were the only team. I think the New York Liberty even had a first round pick, if I'm not mistaken. And then last year they didn't, I mean, in the year before that, I don't think they had a first round pick. And then the year before that, it was like they had a first round pick, but it was like the 10th pick or something like that. So the Aces have not had, like, being a top team, a dominant team, a dynasty, in the league these past 4 years has hurt their recruiting. Right? Like, it's always that's the key to being a great GM, is being able to be on top and still get great incoming, rookies. And the Oklahoma City Thunder, of what we saw this year in the NBA, did a great job of that. You know what I mean? Getting really their star players to go get young talent, you know what I mean, that you believe in. And so saying that, putting on a GM hat, seeing where the Aces have been in the draft, and seeing like they do have star players like Chelsea Gray and Asia and, all them, like they probably have max contracts, you know what I mean? Where, you can't fit it into your cap, financially, of going get another player, financially, so having that. And then hardship contracts and all those things. So just understand it probably is. And that's probably why Asia hasn't said anything or is not frustrated just yet and stuff, because it has been tough for the Aces, when getting, recruits and being able to land a big trade.
Yeah, for sure.
So
we'll see what it gives. Like, I haven't thrown the season away. I mean, we'll see. But even if it is a throwaway season, I'm excited for next year. Like, I'm a fan. I'm never losing confidence in my team. Like, I know some people be like that with their teams, but I always been loyal to a fault. That's always been part of the problem. So, like, we riding. We'll see what it do. But I like the ad of NaLyssa Smith for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, let's talk about All-Star. Let's hop into All-Star Weekend. All-Star Weekend is coming up this weekend. It's in Indianapolis. And yeah, it's been kind of low buzz, in my opinion, but there have been some things that stood out. And one of the things people are talking about is the coach swap between, so as we know, let's start with the team captains. So we know the team captains for the All-Star game are Caitlin Clark and NaLyssa Collier. So, Caitlin Clark and NaLyssa Collier have their teams, and they actually decided to do a coach swap. So the coaches for the All-Star game are Cheryl Reeve, who is the current coach of the Minnesota Lynx, and Sandy Brondello, who is the current coach of the New York Liberty. So what happened was Caitlin Clark and NaLyssa Collier decided that their teams are great, but wanted to swap coaches. So now, instead of Cheryl Reeve being the coach of Caitlin Clark's team, Sandy Brondello will be. And Cheryl Reeve will be the coach of NaLyssa Collier's team. Why are people talking about this? Well, people are talking about this because of the snub of Caitlin Clark at the Olympics, where Cheryl Reeve was the coach. And so people are saying, like, this was Caitlin Clark's opportunity to get back at Cheryl Reeve for not putting her on the USA Olympic team. What are your thoughts?
No. Because at the end of the day, sure, that would be stupid to say. First of all, like, Caitlin Clark didn't even try out for Team USA. Like, she's admitted, like, she did not want to play for Team USA because she needed a break between college and WNBA. Like, that's already established. So I think it was NaLyssa Collier wanting to be coached by her coach in All-Star. Like, everybody wants their coach to coach them in All-Star. So I don't think it had anything to do with, scheming and scandaling and, I want to do somebody wrong or get backs or anything like that. I think it was just purely, hey, I want my coach to coach me. Like, let's trade. Boom, boom. So that's it.
Yeah, let's talk about that though real quick. Like, you mentioned, like, players want their coach to coach them in All-Star. I would think, and I'm not obviously at that level or even playing ball at this point, but I would be excited to have a different coach. Just my thought. I mean, it's not like they playing for real basketball in All-Star.
Right. So,
but that's why, that's exactly my point. Like, I would be excited to, like, have a different coach. But yeah, just my thought.
Gotcha. Well, speaking of, All-Star.
Yeah.
There was a funny meme. Blogger had came out, not a meme, a blog, of an Instagram post where somebody said, All-Star Weekend, one of these next couple All-Stars, they should do gay players versus straight players. And they even came out with, like, starting five, starters, bench and everything like that. And so how it would go is the straight team. Captain would be, Caitlin Clark. It would be called Team Maya Moore. And it would be Asia Wilson, Sabrina Onescu, Caitlin Clark, Alicia Gray, and Nafisa Collier. I'm just naming the starting five.
No Skylar Diggins. That's interesting.
Right. Well, we're going to get into that. Right. We're going to get into that. And then the gay team team name would be Team Sue Bird. And it would be Brianna Stewart, Alyssa Thomas, Paige Beckers, Dejanay Carrington, Gabby Williams. And so I thought that was like pretty funny to discuss, like, because there is like, honestly, I don't know the numbers, but Skylar Diggins is on the bench, by the way, on this straight team. But I don't know the stats, but like, I think the NBA is like 50-50 when it comes to identifying as gay, lesbian, or straight. And so I think it would be like a good game in a sense of like competition. But what are your thoughts?
I think it would be fun as long as it's something that people can sign up to do and say whether they, want to do something like that or not. I think it would be fun to watch. I think All-Star Weekend needs something else. This year kind of, to me, highlights that. Like, because if it's not in a fun place, it's kind of like lackluster, if that makes sense.
Right.
So I think they could add something fun, like just something else, for Friday night. Maybe even not a 5-on-5, maybe a 3-on-3. Maybe that's the way they can get 3-on-3 in there somewhere. That would be fun. Like I said, I think as long as people can decide and nobody is saying, hey, you're gay, you're going to play, or you're gay, you should, like, because not everybody wants their personality. Not everybody wants to lead with that.
Expose.
You know what I mean? Like,
exactly.
I'm a masc presenting woman. It's hard for me to pass for straight, right? Although sometimes I still do. But like, it's hard for me to pass for straight. But, we actually don't know how many queer people there are in the league, because films can be anything. Like, film presenting women.
Them low down.
Film presenting women nobody's forcing them. Nobody's even thinking about them that way.
Right.
So I think like it could be fun. I will watch the game. I will watch it.
I think it would be fun. I think it would be like definitely like a comedy show, because I'm sure Sydney Colson would do something stupidly hilarious, in like her intro, like something blatantly gay or something, or, Asia, she buys, her gay teammates a cake every year on the last day of Pride Month. And it's always like something funny, and so I'm sure she would do something, funny for the game. Like, I think that the stars would have fun with it. I really do. I think it would be a time to unwind and just like be at All-Star and have fun, like have a fun game that the audience could enjoy, laugh, and be entertained, because it's entertainment. So I think it'll be good for entertainment.
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, you and I talked about it this year. Like, I'm not excited about All-Star. I just canceled my plans to go. Like, and not to do anything except work. Like, and not even my regular job. Like, I would rather stay home and write. And that's crazy for me, because it's like, I've gone to All-Star every year for like the past 4 years, but it needs something, and also there's something about this year that just is not connecting with me 100%. So,
well, it's like, and I didn't say this to you in text, but it's like, no disrespect to your home state, Indiana, but I'm not excited to spend all my coins to go to Indiana.
Yeah.
Like,
and that's,
you know what I'm saying? Like, All-Star in Indiana, like the only reason it's in Indiana is because of Caitlin Clark. If Caitlin Clark wasn't there, Indiana wouldn't have got the bid. Like, what is there to do there, besides the events that the WNBA is going to have. Like, I loved going to the Final Four this year, NCAA Final Four. It was in Tampa. Like, it was beautiful. The beach, the water, the yachts. Like, you will go to Tampa, but Indiana is like, nah, I'll sit this one out.
Yeah, for sure. What they'll do is they'll do what Indiana always does, which is come up with events. Like, there'll be things for people to do because people are gonna play in them. Like, it'll be stuff to do for sure. But it says even more that I'm not going because I can go for free. I don't have to get a hotel. All I got to do is get a flight and a ticket. Like, and for me to be like, not a side. Like, that's wild. But yeah, I mean, to your point, like, that's what I'm saying about if it's not at a place that's interesting, is it on its own is not enough to pull attendance or pull excitement, right. I'll say. So it needs something for sure.
Right.
Yeah. Also, can I ask something real quick? Just something to think about. We always think about how many people in the W are gay/straight. Just pure numbers, right? Unless we believe that women are gay or queer at a different rate than men are, which makes no sense. Why doesn't anybody ever think anybody in the NBA is gay? Just food for thought. I know why it is. Ooh. I know why it is. I'm just throwing that out. Like, because just pure numbers, y'all. Like, there has to be some of us in the NBA. Probably quite a few of us. So just throwing that out there. What? I'm getting us canceled.
Girl.
I'm just saying, like, nobody ever thinks about that for men's sports, but it's like, come on, guys.
Well,
do the math.
Just like nobody thought anybody in the NFL is gay.
Yeah.
And there's some gay men in the NFL. But we're not ready for that. The world's not ready. Just like we're not ready for a black woman to be president. We're not ready to start calling out the NFL gay players, because then they're going to lose their jobs and not have income because they came out that they're gay. We not ready. So we're not going to outblast them until they can keep their damn job. Okay.
But that's actually my point. Like, it's part of the reason they can't keep a job or lose their income or stuff like that is because it's a societal problem. I'm not saying I'm not mad at nobody in the NBA who's in the closet. I'm saying we as a society need to change our mindset about it, because that shouldn't even be a thing. It shouldn't even matter either way. But because it does, it's not something that gets talked about. So, all right.
No, I got one more thing. Guess what? What you made me think about?
What?
I was visiting someone back in my hometown, and she had a guest over at her house, and I was talking to the guest, who was an older lady, and she was like, I'm raising, my granddaughter. And I was like, oh, okay. And I was like, does she play any sports? I was like, yeah, I have her in volleyball. I was like, dang, like, you ain't gonna put her in basketball? She was like, no. Like, she was like, I don't want her around that sport. Like, basketball presents, lesbianism, and my daughter that is not right. And that is not going to be for my daughter. That's why I don't take her to any WNBA games, because it's like so inappropriate of how much they flaunt being gay, and it should be about basketball instead of your sexuality, which confuses the kids and deters them to being gay. So we will not be going to a WNBA game or watching basketball.
She made her own point. I mean, she basically contradicted herself. Like, it should be about basketball. So it shouldn't matter what their sexuality is. It should be about basketball. And that's, that should be true for the NBA too. or any other sport. Like, it should be about the sport, but that should never require a person to hide who they are. I think people confuse. This ain't the 90s, y'all. This ain't the 80s no more, where, it's like you can be queer, but don't talk about it. No, I get to be who I am. And the fact that I am just confidently who I am, like, doesn't mean that I'm flaunting it or putting it in your face. I'm simply existing as a proud queer woman. And I feel like that's where a lot of it gets, that is an interesting perspective. And unfortunately, not the first time I heard it, but I didn't hear it about basketball. I heard it about sports in general. I heard somebody say they didn't want their niece to play sports because it's going to make her gay.
Well, I got one for you. There's no gay tennis players.
None.
There's a bunch of gay soccer players. Now, that should be the sport you avoid if you don't want your daughter to be gay.
Man.
Oh, man. Let's get off this topic before we get canceled.
Let's talk about Angel Reese.
Let's go.
Angel Reese, is building an entire brand empire, basically. She just got a Reebok deal. She's the first athlete. She's the first female athlete signed under Shaq's leadership at Reebok. So there's that. And she also just got on the NBA 2K26 cover. So yeah, she's doing it pretty big, like unapologetic, super media savvy.
Man, like I said, the lady has a heavy crown to carry. And she's doing all the things that a star is supposed to do when they come into the WNBA. Like, let's just be honest, like, she's gotten more deals than anybody in her draft class. Anybody. And I think she was picked up 5th or 6th. So, and she's beat out everybody when it comes to media deals, sponsorship, showmanship on the court. Like, I truly believe it, because, it gotta go to her. But, Caitlin Clark, like, she's outshining Caitlin Clark to me. Like, yes, Caitlin Clark will have a big 30-point game, but then she'll be 0 for 13 from the 3-point line the next 3 games. You know what I mean? Like, consistency, the most consistent player averaging doubles in her class is her. So kudos to her. She gets all the praise from me. I never, not right now, will criticize Angel Reese because she's just too consistent on the court. When it comes to her skills, when it comes to the skill level, no. And the sponsorship represents that.
Yeah. So being on the cover of 2K is huge. Huge.
Sophomore.
Last year, it was Jason Tatum. And then for the W, it was Asia. Like, huge. Insane.
It took Asia 7 years, 5 years.
Yeah. I'm trying to see when is this coming out? It comes out in September, which I'm really excited about. I've heard that they have more build out for the WNBA side, which is the part of 2K that I love playing. So yeah, but shout out to Angel. She is doing it big. She is doing it big.
She is. And when you are doing it big and you have a heavy crown, it's a lot of expectations. It cannot be easy. And it could be lonely at the top. We all know that. And she's had some controversial calls this year. She's been picked on. She's been grabbed. People have pulled her hair. We talked about that. Like, pulled it, you know.
And didn't get a flagrant foul for it.
Exactly. So it's just like, you know, heavy crown and, you know, kudos to her. But at the same time, she always in the media. So, you know, she recently hit a clipboard out of her assistant coach's hand in the middle of a game. So, which is a controversial call. I mean,
yeah, let's talk about it.
What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts?
I didn't see it. So I don't know. Like, what was the context? Why did she do that?
So, it was a tie ball game against the Mystics and the Chicago Sky. Fourth quarter, less than 30 seconds on the clock. And the referees made a call that they didn't agree with. And the call wasn't even on her. I will say it was on girl that was traded from the Mystics to the Chicago Sky, Ariel Watkins. The call was made on Ariel Watkins. So Chicago Sky called a timeout to review the monitor, and Angel Reese comes back to the bench. She walking back to the bench and she's cursing up a storm, you know, yelling her frustration. And the coach sticks her hand out, like the clipboard out. I don't know why you're giving her a clipboard, but she sticks the clipboard out and Angel Reese walks by her, takes her hand like this, like a high five, and slams her hand down at that clipboard and walks past her coach. And her coach just picks up the clipboard, you know. So
was it the assistant coach or it was Tyler Marsh?
No, it was assistant coach.
Okay.
It was assistant coach. So for go ahead, Mick. Go ahead.
No. I was gonna say I didn't see it. And I don't know. I mean, I don't know what's happening over there. No, I'm hearing you tell me, but it's different in seeing it. You know what I mean? Like, so yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think there's probably I can understand why Angel would be frustrated. Like, you talking about a team that need to build around somebody. Chicago Sky need to be building around Angel Reese.
Terrible job. You know what? Yeah. Terrible job.
And I don't even think that and they're not doing a great job of getting the most out of Camila Cardoso, who deserves more talk than she's getting. But I think she on a team with Angel Reese and she quiet. But Camila Cardoso is a hell of a player as well.
Well, she's gone right now. So, you know, just like the Dallas Wings, we lost our player, Khalil Brown, because they're going to play on the national FIBA team. So, you know, they're losing their exposure and they're losing their momentum and they're losing their spots when they leave like that. So that's Camilla's decision, but you know. Yeah.
It is, and we are seeing some players, at least one, lose their spot. I think you'd be hard. I think Camila can afford the risk. If Chicago waives her, another team will grab her so quick. I would hope that team would be the Las Vegas Aces. But
the Wings.
The reason I brought that up is because Chicago hasn't done a great job of putting the pieces together that they have. And what it gives to me is they were counting on Courtney Vandersloot to be able to be that glue. And then when she went down, that was kind of it. And it's like, they don't have the glue now. I think they were counting on Courtney for that. So I understand her frustration. Was that appropriate? Nah, I mean, we said it wasn't appropriate when Kim Mulkey did it. You know what I mean? But so it's not appropriate. But I also think the refs been getting on my fucking nerves. I know they getting on their nerves. The refs have been getting on my nerves. So I know she's frustrated. They've been losing a lot. You know what I mean? Yeah. All of that take a toll on you after a while.
Yeah. Well, I will say this, definitely wrong. I hope she apologizes to that coach.
For sure.
And I believe she will, because Angel's a good person. But at the same time, like, you are right. Like, Chicago Sky has not built around Angel Reese like they should have been doing. And even Camila Cardozo building around their post players. And, I think Angel Reese loves being coached by women, and them letting Teresa Witherspoon go. Angel Reese has spoken out about it. She was heartbroken. You know what I mean? Like, that was her coach. Angel Reese plays better around confident, arrogant. I wouldn't even say arrogant, but just confident, people that know their stuff, that are confident in who they are and are like rah-rah coaches. You know what I'm saying? And that's Kim Mulkey and Teresa Witherspoon all day. Like, Angel Reese feeds off of that because she's from the hood of Baltimore, like talking mess and being loud and proud and all that. And so Coach Tyler, he's very subtle. He's a very subtle black man. He knows his stuff. But, I just think Chicago Sky, I say all that, say they just need to be careful, in which they're already losing. Angel Reese is not used to losing. I think she would have more chemistry with a female coach than a male coach. You know what I mean? And not putting the pieces together to build around her. I think she can get frustrated and go somewhere else. And Chicago Sky, again, is stuck with nothing.
How long is her contract? Was it a 3-year contract? The rookie contracts are 3 years, right?
4 years. So Angel Reese is under contract with the Chicago Sky for 4 years. So yeah, for $324,000.
Yeah.
Total value of the contract. Wow. That's crazy. So yeah, she's in a 4-year contract. But yeah, so she's in year 2.
She's their franchise player and they got to start acting like it. Period. Like, she's your franchise player. Like, build around her. She came there as the franchise player. So they gotta start acting like they know what they have, or they not gonna have her long. Like, this is her 2nd year of the contract. That contract starts to become more affordable the longer you play. You know what I mean? So some teams might not be able to afford her right now, but in another year, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think they have to think about that. So yeah, like, I understand her frustration. I too hope she apologized. It's disrespectful. You don't knock something out of somebody's hand, but also read the room. Like, this, she not trying to hear nothing. You got, unless you sticking that pad out, unless you sticking that board out for the purpose of her doing that, like, yeah, go ahead and knock this out my hand and get that frustration off you. Unless you doing it for that, read the room. Read the room. Yeah.
Oh man. Well, Mick, this was a great conversation. Great show. I think we should end on that. And everything, unless you had something.
No, that's it.
Else. Okay. Well, you can find me on Twitter and Instagram at CoachJ.Green. Again, CoachJ.Green. Please like our page, comment below. Mick, where can they find you? Any last thoughts?
Yeah, I'm Ask for Mick on everything. All the social media platforms and YouTube. So yeah, if you listening to the show, if you're watching the show right now, go to YouTube, watch my most recent set that I put up. It's super funny. Give it a like. It's on my page. Ask for Mick, ASKFORMIK, and that's it. Like, share, comment on our show. Peace.